Okay, yeah, nothing's happening. I have to wait. She's so distressed. Like, she's stressing out because of you complaining already. Okay, where's the start
Did you
button?
break your iPad?
I think it's a mirror. It's moving. Wow.
Just wait 2 minutes.
One eternity later.
This is my video for the week. I wanted RC here because I would be less scared, but now I'm gonna have to play it alone because he's gonna leave soon and it's not working! Hello everybody! So, since that whole thing with the other game wouldn't work, I didn't attempt to download the demo anymore again. Maybe I'll try it some other time on the PC instead of the laptop, but for now, I will be playing a game I already downloaded initially and I've been wanting to play this for a while, so I'm going to play this instead of the other one. Okay, so this game is called, as you can see, The Monster inside, and according to the Steam page, it's a film noir style audiovisual novella. So it's about a mysterious woman, a string of murders, and a man with a hidden past. And I don't know anything beyond that, except this is a horror game, and it's honestly pretty loud on my ears, so I have to turn down the volume pretty much a lot. But looked interesting to me when I was looking through the screenshots of the game. So let's just get down to it. Monster aside. My head pounded, ears still ringing slightly. Some of the worst nightmares I'd had in years left me feeling like I'd been punched in the jaw. But just like any other day, I dragged myself to the office. So this is basically, I think, how the game plays out. There was another notice on the door for Mayor Vignetti's office. Permits out of date. They didn't like me much and were trying to drown me in paperwork. That's mean. Can I click anything? Okay, next. It was a slow month, weeks since I'd had any real case to work on, so I'm a detective? So I passed the time pacing the office, smoking and staring at the mirror in the corner, safely covered with an old bedsheet. Oh, okay, that's kind of scary. I don't dare look at my own reflection. I'm too afraid of what I might see, afraid of someday I might have to face what I really am. What am I? The girl came in so quiet I nearly choked on my cigarette. Girl, mister, please, you gotta help me, mister. Is it like a weird, like, 80s, 60s voice, whatever? Ever hear of knocking first? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Sorry. It's alright, sit down and tell me your tale. She eyed me with just a dash of suspicion as I tossed back a handful of pills and chased them with a swig of whiskey. Wow, what is with me? I could tell this might take a while. Her name was Lily. She told me she was his mistress. Oh. The man all over the newspapers, the infamous banker, Mr. Reginald Farnsworth. What a name. Mr. Farnsworth was a drunk, philandering bastard, but this girl seemed genuinely concerned that he had recently gone missing. Less concerned about the fact that Mr. Farnsworth's wives had just turned up dead in Central Park 2 nights ago. Ooh, sketchy. Lily, you don't understand. He just couldn't have done it. He hated his wife, but he couldn't have killed her. Everyone thinks it was him, and no one believes me. He's gotta be in trouble. I ain't saying I believe you, but what makes you think he's in danger? Case looks pretty similar to me. Well, mister, this whole vibe makes me think of those old school detective shows, and the way they talk has an accent, and I can't do the accent, so sorry. Jack, you can just call me Jack. Oh, Jack, you can just call me Jack. Sorry, I was the girl. Jack, whoever did that to his wife must have been the one who took him. Musta. He would have never left without me. He promised me. I'm sure Mr. Farnsworth promised... Oh, I'm the boy again. I'm sure Mr. Farnsworth promised this poor girl a lot of things. Please, the cops will listen to me and they want to bring him in on charges. You gotta prove it wasn't him before they find him. Honestly, it out there in too much of a hurry. Farnsworth had practically the entire police force in his deep pockets, probably why they hadn't found much yet. If they found him and brought him in, it would be due to public pressure. Sometimes a mob with pitchforks is more dangerous than one man with money. You've got my curiosity, but you might not like what I find, I can help you. We'll get to the bottom of it. Don't you worry now. I'll say you might not like what you find. Oh, thank you, Mr. Jack. Oh, the accent I'm thinking of is like Harley Quinn's. Thank you, Mr. Jack. Thank you, but please be careful. I don't think this was just any murderer or kidnapper. I think it was a beast. A beast. Beast. The word struck me funny, like when you jar your elbow on a hard corner. Not a word many use these days, except in hushed whispers and bedtime stories for children. Oh, they were really enough, all right. They just got better at hiding, controlling their unseemly urges. But I hadn't seen any monsters in nearly 15 years, back when I was still a cop myself. Well, that's definitely an interesting theory. I can help you get to the bottom of it. Leave the detective with me. Let's not jump to... Let's just say it's an interesting theory. I just have a feeling about it. Something tells me you can get to the bottom of it. You're good at this sort of thing. Thank you. Sure, can't you see how busy I am with cases? Oh, okay, I can't say anything else. I played a little too harshly. Sarcasm wasn't my strong suit. I reassured her some more and sent her on her way. I didn't want to scare her, but I warned her before she left to keep her doors locked and call me if she saw anything suspicious. I didn't know if she was in any danger herself, but better safe than sorry. Ooh, that night I made my way down to Central Park. It was a long shot, but there was something there the cops had missed. But maybe there was something there the cops had missed. Next chapter. I got an achievement for completing chapter 1 when I just read everything. The scene was already picked clean by the cops days before, but I've got a knack for finding the things others overlook. Oh, this is where the game starts. A knack, more of a symptom of a condition. Other less useful symptoms I kept in check, but for the time being, my keen sense of smell would come in handy. It was faint, but I could smell it before I even approached the police line. The scent was less of a thing and more of an emotion. Who smells emotions? Seduction. A strangely familiar smell. I expected the scent of trepidation or maybe even outright fear, but Mrs. Farnsworth seemed to have been at the height of pleasure when she left this world. That's so disturbing. The person's dead and you can smell something like that. Brought new meaning to a crime of passion. Pushing the thought from my mind, it was time to let's get down to business, investigate the scene. Okay, it's time for us to investigate the scene. Well, click that. Muddy footprints everywhere. Difficult to pick out anything from the prints the cops left behind in their haste. That's it? How about this one? I want to press this one. But cops don't wear $2,000 pairs of Carquinos. What the hell are those? I'm sorry, I don't know what those are. They look like Mr. Farnsworth was there that night and walked away on his own 2 feet. Investigate the scene. This one. A burn mark on a nearby tree caught my eye. I ran my finger along its length and felt a chill down my spine. This wasn't just any burn mark. This was the mark of an ancient magic. But it's doubtful the cops would have picked up on it. Could Lily have been right? Something unnatural was at play here. But I was no stranger to the strange. After looking around for a while longer, I realized the park had given up all it was hiding from me, so I trudged back to my apartment, and my head hit my pillow like it owed me money. Next chapter. Oh, achievement unlocked for chapter 2. The next morning, I was reeling from another bout of ghoulish nightmares, but I tried to hide my discomfort when I saw Lily was already sitting outside my office. She waited wordlessly as I unlocked the door and ripped down another notice from the mayor's office. I motioned for her to step inside. Seemingly afraid of what I might say, she finally worked up the courage to ask. So, what did you find? Why did I say it like that? I don't know. Well, I've got some good news. Farnsworth might still be alive. Not sure about beasts, but something natural was at play. Might be right to worry about monsters. Let's just go for the middle one. Unnatural, how do you mean? Spells mark? Unnatural. Rarely seen, but unmystic. But I'm looking into it. I'll try to say it right away. Maybe she'll know something. Oh, never mind. What about Reggie? Do you know where he might be? Found his footprints. Seems like he got out safely. There were signs he was at the scene and slipped away. My tone was indifferent towards her as I turned and grabbed a bottle from my desk drawer. A dryness in my throat made it difficult to swallow my meds. Why do I have meds? But you don't know where he went? Do you think the news this morning is related? What news is that? Haven't you heard? Yeah, but maybe you should tell me what you know. They found the police chief's wife dead down by the docks. They say it happened last night. Let me guess, Chief Amato is missing too. Her face might have betrayed a hint of satisfaction as she confirmed my suspicions, but it faded quickly. Amato was a shit cop and a shit chief. Wow, that's kind of weird to be happy about someone going missing. He was the reason I left the force. Oh, okay, but now his wife was dead and I had more questions than I did the day before. The gears in my head started to spin, which wasn't helped by the splitting pain in my temples. I told Lily I needed time to work, and she left slightly dejected, wanting more answers than I could provide. That night, after the cops had cleared out of the docks, I would slip down and see what I could uncover concerning Mrs. Amato's untimely demise. Next chapter. The cold air smelled strongly of salt and oil, and... Investigate? Another dead body outline. Could it be? That smell again, like someone had bottled pure arousal and used it as perfume. So weird. It hit me like a long forgotten memory, but the sensual fumes soon gave way to a rush of adrenaline. I knew exactly what the scent reminded me of, and that scared me more than not knowing. I looked down at my hands, shaking. The nightmares, the headaches. No, I was better now, reformed. Oh no, was he like... I had to focus, no jumping to conclusions, follow the evidence. Investigate the scene. What's there to investigate? There's just two things to investigate, so... Red Phoenix cigarettes, same shitty brand I smoke every day. Everyone's got their vice. Next. There, just there, the smallest piece of purple fabric torn and caught in the splinter of a board. The police report didn't say anything about Mrs. Amato wearing purple, and was certainly of a quality that you wouldn't expect down here. Don't see too much high society types around flaunting royal purple threads. I pulled out my own pack of reds and lit up. I could already feel another headache coming on, but looking out over the waves seemed to help me forget. The cold helped me push down the uncomfortable thoughts that had been bubbling to the top of my brain. Next chapter. I hope this doesn't end like, I only still remember the walk back to the office. Apparently, I spent the night in my easy chair. The air from the docks lingered on my clothes. I was gonna say I hope this doesn't, end with a cliffhanger. It was still dark out. Now I checked the clock. How long had I been out? Had I really slept through the entire day? A newspaper was sitting under the door. As I stood to fetch it, I nearly fell over. A wave of nausea hit me like a ton of bricks. What's wrong with me? I steadied myself and regained my composure. Before I even picked up the paper, I could already read the headline. Breaking, mayor missing, wife found dead. Why are all the wives dying? All the husbands are missing, all the wives are dying. 2 cases is a coincidence, 3 is a pattern. The cops would come asking questions soon. They knew I had a history of antagonizing all the victims. Ooh! Even the mayor? I stumbled to my desk and slammed back 3 days' worth of inhibitor pills. I couldn't take any chances. I had to investigate the scene to be sure. I threw my jacket and went to the door. Lily caught me off guard on the other side. Jack, where are you off to? I've been trying to reach you all day. I'm sorry, but I don't have time to talk. I've just been busy. I'm off to Mr. Vignetti's crime scene. Just so she can leave me alone. But we need to talk when you get back. Oh, maybe I should have talked to her. She was trying to contact me. She gave me a soft kiss and, huh? As I rushed off, part of me wanted to stay and tell her it would be okay, but it would be a lie. Why did she kiss me? That's so weird. Oh, the music's getting intense. The alley was located just behind the high-rise apartments where Mayor Vignetti wife lived. I could tell the police were spooked now. The crime scene was even sloppier than the last. They hadn't even bothered to submit the trash into evidence. Oh, that's really messed up. See their trash. Why wouldn't they at least look through the dumpster? It seemed untouched. No one wants to do the dirty work. But I know how to find the good stuff. It really doesn't take long if you know what to look for. Lightweight bags usually mean someone was dumping documents. If you're lucky, they didn't bother to shred them. Jackpot, shell companies, shady stock trades, bribes. I knew Mayor Vignetti was crooked, but this was unbelievable. And there was more. Letters between Mayor Vignetti and Chief Amato, talking about me, how they were trying to get me shut down. They didn't like me snooping around crime scenes all the time. Well, they weren't here to stop me snooping around this one. Ooh, what if I'm perpetrator? That's weird. Let's see. Oh, the car. Vignetti's car. If he's still alive, why wouldn't he have left in his car? What? If he's alive, why wouldn't he have left in his car? Huh? It didn't make any sense. I honestly wasn't too motivated to find it, but the stakes were too high, and my bet was edging towards the unthinkable. As I searched around for anything that might assuage my fears, I caught the sun again. It's kind of weird. That's kind of weird. I'm not reading it. I'm just weirded out. It overwhelmed my other senses with undulating pleasure. It was intoxicating. A weapon used on the weak-willed. A weapon I knew all too well, though it had been many years since I had used it. Whoa. What is this? Was there another like me? Was I being framed? Ooh, what is this? Am I a monster? It wasn't possible, was it? I was taking my inhibitors. I was free. But the nightmares, that aches to my. Oh, that's me. It's me. Like, that's why I slept through the day. It's because I killed someone while I was sleeping, maybe. I don't know. I couldn't even trust myself. I started walking back out of the alley when something shiny caught my eye. A watch. Not just any watch, though. My watch. How long had my wrist been bare? Surely I just dropped it when I first came down the alley. I checked the time just before I left the office, hadn't I? Or had I used the wall clock? I couldn't be sure. I couldn't be sure of anything. So I ran. Ooh, guys. I don't know. That's probably why he has the mirror closed. He knows what he really is. I don't know. He's some sort of monster. I don't know why I ran. Monster inside, guys. This is it. I don't know why I ran back to the office. The cops would probably show up any minute to knock the door down and cart me away. They would put it together before long. Maybe it would be best for everyone if I simply faced my own reflection. But Lily was still there waiting for me. Jack, what's wrong? You look like you've seen a ghost. My own ghost come back to haunt me from the past. Oh, you're not making any sense, Jack. Come sit down. You don't understand. You're not safe around me. I took a good last look at her as I prepared to shove her out the door. I noticed she was wearing the same thing she had when she first came to my office 3 days ago. A beautiful purple dress. Odd that I hadn't really noticed, but it made her seem out of place, out of time. And it was frayed around the edges, torn in places. My chair caught my fall as my knees failed me. It was you. You were the monster. Succubus? Oh, Jack, we are the one and the same, you and I. We are both monsters. I'm simply more honest with myself. There's no such thing as reformations. Those pills you take only make you dull. What is this? Beasts like us should never suppress our true natures as you have incubus. Oh, those men were probably dead too now, I figured. She probably took them to her lair and harvested their seed. So you've done all this just to wake me up? You could say that, though it seemed enough just to have you doubt yourself. You believe you were still capable of such horrors, which means deep down you probably are. You can't escape it. Now I need you to complete the deed! You took my watch, messed with my head. But don't act like I didn't do you a favor. Those men hated you and wanted you gone. Now they are gone. I mustered the strength to stand again, moving casually to the window by the corner. She was right about one thing. I was dull, weak compared to her. If I refused her and she attacked me, I was a dead man. I had to keep her talking. I've never met a succubus who seduces and kills women. Oh please, such a 14th century stereotype. I don't discriminate when it comes to pleasures of the flesh. But I do still need an incubus like yourself to take the tainted seed I've harvested from those awful men and plant it among the fertile masses for me. What? I'm so confused. Like, I don't know what these monsters are. I maybe look for it in the internet. I don't know if it's gonna haunt me, but I'll look for one and put it here. I'm tired of draining my lovers just to survive. I'm ready to settle down and start a family. Ha 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 ha. That maniacal laughter. I didn't do a very good maniacal laughter. So, sorry. I positioned myself carefully, making sure she was looking my direction. Sorry, but I'm not your guy. With a flick of my wrist, I whipped the old bedsheet off the corner mirror. Oh! Lily was blinded by her own reflection and sucked into the mirror with a painful, monstrous scream. Trapped. Shielding my own eyes, I pulled the revolver from my desk side drawer, aimed it at the mirror. Ooh, 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 and fired. Oh, okay. That's it. More from random seed games. So, I don't know, guys. Did you like that? I don't know. I guess it's like visual noir is like depends on the person if they. I don't know if you can get other endings for this. I'm not sure actually, but you can try it yourself. See how you can change it if it's possible. But I found that quite interesting. Usually, a whole story being told with visual aid and stuff. But to me, I mean, that's what games are anyway. You can tell it in any way you want, you can play it any way you want, and I find it interesting. This is probably one of the first games I've played this way, and I think it was cool. It was sort of immersive in a way. I guess you get to investigate a little bit, but I don't know. Let me know what you feel about games like these. It's really interesting to me. I hope you enjoyed. I had to tell you guys a story, basically. So that's about it. The other game didn't work, so we were stuck with this game, but I would say I don't regret playing this game. It's kind of interesting. It's new. I don't know if you guys have played anything like this. Let me know if you have. Maybe you can refer it to me in the comments. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this game. I'm going to play more games for the next week. I post videos every week. If you like this, please don't forget to subscribe or hit the like button. And yeah, that's about it. Hope you enjoyed. Bye.